Republicans naming bills at Nancy Pelosi's expense, the Valentine's box office, and one Olympian making us proud and one Olympian making us mad. I've got a jam-packed Rebel Buzz for you today. Let's dive in. It's almost as if I have to question everything I've ever believed because, as it turns out, Democrats do have a sense of humor. House Republicans and pretty much everyone is enjoying poking fun at House Minority Leader Nancy Pelosi in the form of naming a very cheeky bill after her. Remember when she put her abundant privilege on display, downplaying bonuses given to employees all across America by calling them crumbs? I mean, I guess for someone who lives in a massive mansion in California adjacent to vineyards on the Napa River and is worth $120 million, yeah, I guess $1,000 probably is crumbs to someone like that. But her crumbs comment has been spread far and wide, and now Indiana Congressman Todd Rokita has introduced the CRUMBS Act. It's an acronym for Creating Relief and Useful Middle-Class Benefits and Savings. Now, I'm usually not a fan of long acronyms. NAMBLA kind of ruined it for me. But I do find this one both humorous and befitting. The CRUMBS Act would make bonuses as a result of the Trump tax cuts of up to $2,500 tax-free. Now, you would, of course, expect any reasonable person to vote for this, although we know that Democrats will not. Three reasons. 1, they love taxation. 2, it's a Republican-sponsored bill called the CRUMBS Act, poking fun at one of their colleagues. And 3, it makes the GOP tax cuts even more successful and beneficial to Americans. So that's a win for Trump, and therefore, even if it's a win for the American people, Democrats are not going to vote for it. So not only do Democrats not want you to keep more of your own money via the tax cuts, but furthermore, they don't want you to keep the money that you earned for being a good employee on top of that. Thank you, Democrats, for never missing an opportunity to show us your true selves. In honor of this Hallmark holiday that guilts people into professing love that really ought to be there the other 364 days of the year as well, I thought that I would discuss a little bit about this whole 50 Shades franchise. Now, the books, the movies, I've never read or seen them. It's just not my thing. I'd like to say that it's not because I'm judgmental, but honestly, it's kind of become my new litmus test for if you'd be a compatible friend for me. If you've seen it or read it, you're probably not my kind of person, sorry. But what confuses me is how it has dominated at the box office. It came in #1 in the North American box office at $38.8 million. Who are these people who are seeing it? I literally don't know one single person who has seen it, or anyone who will admit to it anyway. So seriously, is it just people who need some kind of inspiration to get into the mood for Valentine's Day? I realize that the release date capitalizes on Valentine's Day, so I suppose I applaud them for not releasing it on, I don't know, Halloween, although with all of the BDSM stuff in the movie, maybe they should release it around Halloween with movies like Saw and see which one performs better. But back to my original question, who the heck sees this? Who actually pays money to see it in theaters? Now, because my life is pretty much revolves around politics, every once in a while, I indulge in celebrity gossip websites. Now, one of the websites I frequent, there's a little section at the bottom of the article where you can select a reaction. And it's not just thumbs up or thumbs down, but you can choose between LOL, pass, amazing, sad, seriously, and interesting. And when you click on it, you can actually see how many people selected those reactions. And I always do this because I find it interesting to see how Americans view these stories. I should also note that whenever this particular website publishes a story bashing Trump, the reaction is almost always overwhelmingly pass. I don't know how we could send a clearer message to these celebrity idiots that we don't care about what they say about our president. We value your opinion on political matters, literally none at all, like less than 0, below baseline. So I clicked on the reactions for an article about 50 Shades of Grey dominating at the box office this past weekend. And guess what the reactions were? In a ratio of 7-1, pass was by far the most prominent reaction. So clearly, people don't care about the movie or even about news pertaining to the movie. So who the heck is seeing it? I'm actually, I'm interested to know. So I'm sure this video is probably going to tick some people off and give the impression that I'm a self-righteous snob, but I don't care. I've been at the Rebel for a few weeks now, so most of you probably know that that's not true. Not really, anyway. In other news, the Olympics are in full swing. We, and by we, I mean the US, because let's face it, none of us are at the Olympics, but the US has 7 medals overall in 3 different sports. One of our U.S. figure skaters, Mirai Nagasu, made Olympic history as the first American woman to land a triple axel at the Winter Olympics. Unfortunately, one of her figure skating colleagues stole the spotlight. Adam Rippon, who is very loudly gay and came out of the closet in 2015, turned the Olympics into an opportunity to put his sexuality on blast and in the process chastise our vice president and decline a visit to the White House. Rippon stated in an interview that, "If it were before my event, I would absolutely not go out of my way to meet somebody who I felt has gone out of their way to not only show that they are not a friend of a gay person, but that they think they're sick." I assume that he's talking out his backside, referring to Pence's previous stance on the use of federal funding to treat people seeking to change their own sexual behavior. By the way, Mike Pence has never stated that he supported the use of conversion therapy. Rippon also said that his mother taught him to stand up for what he believes in. Apparently, his mother did not teach him to respect others' beliefs. In other Olympic news, snowboarder Shaun White won his third gold medal. The guy is 31 years old, which apparently is ancient in snowboarding terms, and he's also battling a current injury. So that made his gold medal even more spectacular. But while he was waiting for his official score, he draped an American flag behind him and was waving it, holding it high up in the air. And when his score was announced, basically ensuring a gold medal for him, he ran over to his father, apparently dragging the flag behind him. Now, both of them were lost in emotion. It was an amazing moment until Twitter blew up with maniacal, uber-patriotic people blasting this guy for his unintentional treatment of the flag. Now, look, I'm one of those people. I have the utmost respect for our flag and our U.S. flag code. But don't we have so many other worthy causes to be angry about? Give the guy a break. He even apologized. But this guy is a great American, and let's just leave it at that. Congratulations, Shaun White. Enjoy your moment. We are enjoying it with you. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'm Amanda Head for The Rebel. If you enjoyed my commentary and want to hear more from all of us here at The Rebel, subscribe to our premium content at www.therebel.media/shows, and make sure you're following us on Facebook and Twitter for all the latest news. Also, download our new app for The Rebel Media on the App Store. One easy click and you will have access to all the latest videos and your favorite Rebel shows, like mine. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Amanda Head for The Rebel.